accompanied by YB Datuk Sri Prof. Dr. Sim Koi Kwan, Deputy Premier and Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government, Tan Sri Majid Khan, Tan Sri Michael Yeo, and Mr. Albert Ong to the stage. Please remain standing for the singing of the National Anthem Negaraku, followed by the Sarawak Anthem, Ibu Pertiwiku. Thank you. You may be seated. YAB, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. YB, Datuk Sri Prof. Dr. Sim Hui Kwan, Deputy Premier and Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government, Sarawak. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Majid Khan, Chairman, KSI. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Michael Yeo, President, KSI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Vasira Hassan, Executive Vice Chairman, KSI. Mr. Albert Ong, Founder and President, World Green Association. Mr. Farouz Nada, Executive Director, UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the 2023 World Green and Sustainability Summit with the theme, Building a Better Future Through Green Growth. A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the World Green and Sustainable Summit aims to bring together government, business, academia, think tank, and civil society leaders to move together towards achieving solution towards a greener economy for our beloved nation, Malaysia. We shall now begin the opening ceremony with the welcome remarks by Tan Sri Majid Khan, Chairman of KSI. Let's give Tan Sri Majid Khan a round of applause as he makes his way to the stage.
The Right Honorable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. The Honorable Dr. Professor Sim Kui Kian, Deputy Premier and Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government Sarawak. Yang berbahagia, Tan Sri Yo, President KSI, Mr. Albert Ong, Founder and President of the World Green Organization, distinguished guests, honored speaker, moderators, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all. At the outset, I wish to extend a warm welcome to the Premier of Sarawak, the Right Honorable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg to our inaugural World Green and Sustainability Summit. We wish to thank the Premier for taking his time off, his busy schedule, to be present with us today. We also would like to record our deepest appreciation to the Government of Sarawak for their support of the World Green and Sustainable Summit. These demonstrate the strong support of the Premier and the Sarawak government for greening the world and for promoting green energy and green growth. Under the dynamic leadership of Tan Sri Abang Johari, Sarawak has moved forward with hydrogen energy and sustainable aviation fuel. We must congratulate the Sarawak government for their leadership in the green transition. Ladies and gentlemen, climate change is the biggest challenge the world faces. We have lately experienced global warming almost worldwide, with many countries in Europe, Asia, Africa, North America recording the highest temperature ever on record in the month of July. Flood, forest fire, and other environmental calamities are the real manifestation of the climate change. Hence, global climate action is more important today than at any time in history. Let me quote from the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, at the launch of the report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change on the 20th of March 2022 at the UN Secretary. The UN Secretary General said, "The climate time bomb is ticking. We need to defuse the climate time bomb. The rate of temperature rise is the highest in 2,000 years. Concentration of carbon dioxide are at the highest in at least 2 million years. In short, our world needs climate action on all fronts. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Every country must be a part of the solution. At the same time, we need to seize the opportunity to invest in credible innovation that can contribute to reaching our global targets. We must also speed up effort to deliver climate justice to those on the front line in many crisis cities. The Secretary General concluded his speech by saying, "We have never been better equipped to solve the climate challenge, but we must move into rap speed climate action now. We don't have a moment to lose." Ladies and gentlemen, it is pertinent that at today's World Green and Sustainability Summit, we take note and reflect on the steering call for the Secretary General of the United Nations. Even this morning, we heard from His Excellency Armida Salcia, Under Secretary General of the United Nations and Executive Secretary of the Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, ESCAP, who also highlighted that Asia-Pacific Green Deal. We as government, business, and civil society should support this Asia-Pacific Green Deal. Going forward, we need to strengthen the 4P: planet, people, prosperity, and partnership to achieve a more sustainable future. Malaysia is moving in the right direction. The government have recently announced the National Energy Transition Roadmap, which lay out the path forward for energy transition to clean and green energy. The private sector must do more to support this green transition. The business community must work closely with the government to achieve the energy transition and position Malaysia for green growth powered by green energy and green technology. We need also to scale up public-private people partnership, PPP, to strive toward the 17th Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. Toward this end, today, Summit will deliberate on sustainability solution through the exchange of knowledge, experience, and expertise of our speaker. Solution toward a green economy. The summit will also highlight the business community pivot toward sustainable investment, green finance, green growth, which also promote the ESG goal. We believe by collaborating together and learning from one another, we can achieve a sustainable future. In conclusion, I wish to thank our corporate partners, sponsor, speaker for their support. We welcome our speaker from overseas, who are particularly either in person with us or virtually. I wish also to thank the World Green Organization and the UN Global Compact Network, Malaysia and Brunei, for co-organizing this summit with us. Once again, I record our deepest appreciation to the Right Honourable Premier and the Sarawak government for your support, sir, giving us much encouragement. We wish you and the government of Sarawak all the very best in your green journey. Sarawak can be a shining example, not only to Malaysia, but to the rest of the world. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Tan Sri Majid Khan. Next on the agenda, I would like to invite Mr. Albert Ong, who is the founder and president of the World Green Organization, to deliver his welcome remarks. Let's give it up for Mr. Albert Ong as he makes his way to the stage, ladies and gentlemen.
The Right Honourable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Haji Abu Suhari, Premier of Sarawak. Dato Sri Dr. Sim Kwee Chin, Deputy Premier, Minister of, and also Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, Sarawak. Tan Sri Maji Khan, Chairman of KSI, Tan Sri Michael Yeo, Vice Chair of KSI and Chairman of ASEAN Economic Club. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished national leaders and esteemed business leaders and executives, a warm welcome to the World Green and Sustainable Summit, where leadership converts with environmental stewardship to shape a sustainable future. It is an honor to have you all gathered here today, united in our shared commitment to drive positive change. I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude to the Sarawak government for their support in organizing this summit. Their commitment to sustainability and their dedication to creating a platform for meaningful dialogue and collaboration are commendable. At this critical juncture in history, the challenges of climate change and environmental degradation demand our immediate attention. This summit serves as a platform for visionary leaders like yourselves to come together, exchange ideas, and forge partnerships that will pave the way towards a sustainable and prosperous tomorrow. We stand at a precipice of a transformative era where the convergence of environmental sustainability and economic prosperity holds unparalleled potential. By embracing clean technologies and new and renewable energy sources, we can mitigate climate risks and unlock new avenues for economic growth and job creation. The concept of a circular economy represents a paradigm shift in how we manage resources. By reimagining production processes, minimizing waste, and promoting recycling and reuse, we can foster innovation, enhance operational efficiency, and reduce environmental impact. Sustainable finance mechanisms provide powerful tools to mobilize capital towards environmentally and socially responsible projects. By integrating environmental, social, and governance factors into investment decisions, we can deploy financial resources in a manner that generates both financial returns and positive societal impact. Nature-based solutions offer a cost-effective and scalable approach to addressing environmental challenges. By safeguarding and restoring ecosystems, we enhance biodiversity, mitigate climate change, and build resilient communities. National leaders and esteemed executives, your presence here today is a testament to your visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to a sustainable future. This Green Summit provides a unique opportunity for us to pool our collective expertise, drive innovation, and accelerate the transition towards a greener and more prosperous world. As we embark on this transformative journey together, let us seize the moment, leverage our influence, and inspire others to take bold action. By leading the way, we can create a legacy that future generations will look upon with gratitude and admiration. Thank you for being here, for your commitment to sustainability, and for your invaluable contributions to this summit. May our collective efforts chart a path towards a thriving planet and a brighter future for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Albert Ong. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite YAB Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak, to deliver the opening keynote address of the 2023 World Green and Sustainability Summit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat tengah hari. A very good afternoon. Salam sejahtera Salam Sarawak maju dan makmur. That is our salam in Sarawak. Yang hormat saudara Datuk Seri Profesor Dr. Sim Hui Kian, Timbalan Premier Sarawak. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Majikan, Chairman KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Michael Leo, Presiden KSI. Mr. Albert Ung, Founder and President World Green Organization. Distinguished guests, distinguished speakers, participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure to be here this afternoon, and I would like to express my appreciation to KSI and World Green Organization for inviting me to deliver this address at the 2023 World Green and Sustainability Summit, theme on building a better future through green growth. I would like also to extend my warm welcome to all the dedicated speakers to Sarawak, and I hope you have enjoyed time here while discussing on climate change. So try to see whether the climate here is okay or not. And understand that some of the distinguished speakers are not able to come because of the typhoon in Hong Kong. Even your summit is affected by this climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic I think is timely and important to us and the government in Sarawak. In the aftermath of the pandemic, COVID-19, we introduced a 10-year economic recovery master plan. That is the post-COVID development strategy 2030, or what we call PCDS 2030. And this policy clearly outlines our aspiration that Sarawak hopefully will be a developed state by 2030 with high income. Though the World Bank has categorized us as a high income state based on our GNI per capita, also our target was 2030, but then we have achieved this 2023 before 2030. But now our target is to increase our household income, which will match with our status as a high income state. Against that background, I and my colleagues are working very hard to increase our household income. In order to increase the household income, we have to look on the capacity of Sarawakian, meaning we have to employ the latest technology. Number two, we have to adapt to the new global business environment. Number three, we have to give emphasis on education. That will transform our people towards the new future. Only education can be one of the platforms to improve our economic standing. In this regard, our education system must be consistent. English is important. For that matter, Sarawak has adopted, besides our Bahasa Melayu or Bahasa Malaysia, we give emphasis on English. Even to the extent that we also encourage Mandarin. So much so, the Sarawak government is giving assistance to independent Chinese schools. We are giving them 10 million annually, and also another 10 million for the private primary school. We recognize UEC because we don't politicize education. Even for that matter, the Prophet asked us, if you want to seek knowledge, go to China. And therefore, education cannot be a polemic. It is a serious matter, and if you want really to transform our people to adapt technology and a new future, they must be well equipped with education. Sarawak is on that path. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarawak is implementing the first phase of PCDS 2030 under the 12th National Plan 21-25. I am committed to shaping a sustainable future for Sarawak. A future that rests on 3 pillars, namely 1, economic prosperity, 2, social inclusivity, and 3, environmental sustainability. The PCDS 2030 is anchored on 6 economic sectors and 7 enablers. Many of them are interwoven with the green economy. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start by touching on our emphasis on renewable energy. Sarawak aspires to become a regional powerhouse in renewable energy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are going toward the path of hydrogen economy. In fact, I come here on hydrogen car. Myself and Deputy Premier are using Toyota Mirai, using hydrogen. At the same time, we are transforming our public transport by hydrogen-powered ART. We hope that by this approach, people are receptive on the issues of sustainability and green environment. After all, if you want to cool the planet, do it, not only talk about it. One of the key initiatives for us is to stimulate the hydrogen economy. We have two major hydrogen manufacturing projects, namely Hibiscus and Hornbill, that are expected to be operational in Bintulu Petchem Industrial Park by the year 2027, producing hydrogen and then exporting hydrogen to those who need hydrogen, particularly Korea and Japan. These two projects are the cornerstone of Sarawak's green hydrogen economy. Sarawak, I think, will be the first hydrogen-driven economy in Southeast Asia. Sarawak Economic Development Corporation, through its subsidiary SEDC Energy, is collaborating with Japanese companies Sumitomo Corporation and Yonos on the Hornbill project that will develop large-scale production of green hydrogen. SEDC Energy is also working with 3 South Korean companies, namely Samsung Engineering, POSCO, and Lotte Chemicals, in developing a green hydrogen derivative facility. These companies will actively develop the entire cycle of the Hibiscus project, including direct investment, construction, transportation, and utilization. The Hibiscus project is expected to produce 7,000 tons per annum of green hydrogen for domestic use, that means within Sarawak, 600,000 tons per annum of blue ammonia, 630,000 tons per annum of green ammonia, and 460,000 tons per annum of green methanol for export. Of course, we are also looking to export to Japan and Singapore. The potential for hydrogen economy actually is limitless. For example, SEDC Energy is also developing a hydrogen production plant and refueling station to support the Kuching Urban Transportation System, KUTS project, that is the RAT. The hydrogen production plant in Rembus, Kota Samarahan, is expected to be completed in 2025. The KUTS project, I just want to share with you, will cost about 6 billion ringgit. And I hope the federal government will help us. But at the moment, it is solely 100% Sarawak government project. And when it is ready, it will use a hydrogen-powered autonomous rapid transit system. It will be a hybrid of train, bus, and tram. Actually, our plan was LRT. But I went to Germany And I went to China and I saw this technology. So we learned from China, we studied, and we engaged with China, and Sarawak perhaps will be the first to use this in this region. Actually, it is somewhere here already in this isthmus area. You know, the first response from the public, oh, this one is just like a bus. We don't care whether like a bus or like a train. What is important is the power that it uses. If they use hydrogen, can accommodate 300 passengers, why not? We don't care whether it's a bus or a train. But this one is a hybrid of bus and train. Why not use it for the sake of environment? Ladies and gentlemen, this phase 1 will involve 2 lines, namely Samarahan and Siaran. If you are familiar with Kuching, we have a place called Samarahan, we have a place called Siaran, where the universities are. And these lines will cover a total of 53 kilometers in southern Sarawak. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, Sarawak plans to be a regional powerhouse in renewable energy. We aim to generate 15% of income from foreign markets through our renewable energy sector. To achieve this, we are increasing interconnectivity with other regions, namely through 1,400 kilometers of new transmission line of 500 kV, including 600 kilometers of undersea cable across the South China Sea. One of our initiatives is for Sarawak to potentially export hydropower to Singapore through submarine cable. As you may know, Singapore requires significant energy supply for its subsidiaries. Sarawak may be able to provide Singapore with our green and renewable energy generated from our hydroelectric dams. This initiative supports Singapore's aspiration to reduce the carbon footprint of the power sector by importing 30% of its electricity from low carbon sources by 2025. Last year, I met with the government of Singapore to discuss collaboration on renewable energy and the hydrogen economy. Our initial engagement with Singapore have been positive. Actually, they want our energy, not that we want to sell energy. But in the spirit of ASEAN, we complement each other. And Singapore is positive, and we are conducting a survey to explore the potential of power connection between Sarawak and Singapore. I like to clarify here, but there are a lot of skeptics and negative views from our friends in Peninsular Malaysia. Why send to Singapore? Why not send to Peninsular Malaysia? As you know, we are not a member of Energy Commission. If we have been supplying power to Kalimantan, our friend Indonesia, why can't we also help Singaporeans. Our maximum production to Singapore is 1,000 megawatts. And we told Singaporeans, if you need intensive industry in Singapore, you don't have the power, you send to Sarawak. If it is beyond 1,000, they can position particularly data center in Sarawak. So Singapore agreed. In other words, it's not wholesale, but also based on understanding between Singapore and Sarawak. Second, if you are able to connect through our undersea cable, and Peninsular Malaysia is short of energy, what we can do, we just extend from that cable to Johor Bahru. And Johor Bahru will get energy from us. So in other words, for long term, it means hydro renewable energy for everybody. What is important is for us to manage climate change. Everybody will benefit. Ladies and gentlemen, in this aspect, Sarawak has the potential to generate 20,000 megawatts of hydropower. Therefore, the potential to export electricity will also be enhanced through Sarawak Energy Berhad SEB once we have completed our construction of our dam. We have Bakun already, we have Bakun, we have Batang Air, and we have Murun already producing power. By 2027, Bale will be on stream for hydro. We are at the moment in the midst of supplying energy to our friend in Sabah by 2024. Actually, there has been a contractual agreement between Sabah and Sarawak for Sarawak to supply power to Sabah once our grid in Lawas, Limbang connected to Sabah through Sipitang. And that will cover Sabah. While at the moment is also we are negotiating with Brunei. Consul General is here. With Brunei, we want to also share with Brunei on this hydro power. This is part of the bilateral negotiation between Malaysia and Brunei. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about hydro, we are also in the midst of studying cascading dam that have been proven very successful in the Nordic countries. You know, Sweden is not that big, but Sweden has installed power 40,000 megawatts, and they are supplying power to the European Union and European countries. They call it cross-border supply of power. And they have small dams, building small dams. And the same goes with Tasmania, using cascading dam to supply power to mainland Australia. In Europe, you can see Danube having a lot of cascading dam to supply power to some countries in Europe. In other words, Sarawak is blessed with rivers, and we are building roads. So the rivers are not used now because of the alternative transportation system through road. If you go to Kapit, before you need express to go to Kapit from Cebu, but today you just drive your car to Kapit 1.5 hours. So much so there is less use of Rajang River because the water is not disturbed. Still a lot of crocodile. So if that becomes a problem to human being in terms of existence between crocodile and human being, why not? We use alternative use of river to produce hydro power. So this is question of logic and question of science. Ladies and gentlemen, having said about hydro, now I share with you on hydrogen. The hydrogen economy is part of our effort to combine with hydro in order to produce what we call a sustainable power to generate economic activities. And as a result of this, I would not be doing my part if I don't share with you the question of climate change. The climate problem crisis is already here. The frequent and extreme weather events, from scorching heat waves to massive hurricanes, is the norm now. It becomes normal. It is no longer global warming, but global boiling, in the words of United Nations Secretary General. This is why we have set ambitious goals for Sarawak. We aim for a renewable energy capacity mix of at least 60%, primarily on hydropower, and also broadening alternative sources. This focus will directly cut down our carbon footprint. Furthermore, by transitioning our mobility fleet to electric or hydrogen, we intend to decrease carbon dioxide emission by 600,000 tons annually. Given that transport plays a major role in greenhouse gas output, electrification stands out as a vital measure, and also hydrogen power to lower emission and therefore enhance our air quality. Recognizing the imperative need for a consolidated approach to climate issues, the Sarawak government is establishing the Sarawak Climate Change Center. This center will act as the primary nexus for the coordination, management, and guidance of all climate-related and carbon trading endeavors within Sarawak. The establishment of this center is crucial given the magnitude of Sarawak's carbon plan. It aims to provide a cohesive and strategically aligned approach to address the multifaceted challenges and opportunities presented by climate change and carbon trading. Beyond these outlined strategies, it is worth noting Sarawak's intrinsic advantages in the realm of renewable energy. Our abundant sunshine paves the way for solar energy harnessing. And our biomass resources hold immense potential for electricity and heat generation. We are poised on the cusp of an era of innovation, embracing cutting-edge technologies such as carbon capture, utilization, and storage, CCUS. In fact, I just came back from Norway last week. So Tan Sri Yo was asking me, you were in UK and Europe for the past 1 week. So I told Tan Sri, I didn't know that my movement is being monitored. I was there. I went to what they call Northern Plant, where they store carbon in the North Sea. Of course, for them, North Sea is quite deep, so they have to dig the well, specially dedicated well to store carbon. For us in Sarawak, our continental shelf is quite gradual. We don't have to adopt all the technology in Norway, but for us, well, you can have a barge, flat bottom, go to the abundant well, have the carbon storage there, then inject carbon into the used well. Except, of course, you have to improve the structure of the well. Then you store carbon within our Sarawak waters. Carbon, when injected in land, is become our property. Land is under Sarawak. So we have to protect our, rights on our land. Another area is our forest reserve. Coupled with depleted oil and gas offshore areas, it does not serve as resources, but as a vital carbon sink in our forests, and also a potential site for carbon storage. We have I want to share with you that the 4.5 billion ringgit carbon capture and storage project in the Kasawari gas field, right off Bintulu by Petronas, is an example. This is not just an investment, it is a transformation of the upstream oil and gas industry. We must also not overlook the potential of our offshore, once depleted petroleum fields. They also stand as optimal choices for storing the captured carbon dioxide, CO2, turning past resources into future solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarawak stands as a beacon of stability, directing its vision towards nurturing a sustainable future. Our commitment leans toward fostering a green economy. As we steer our path towards sustainability, we have prioritized improving the ease of eco-friendly business initiatives. This involves crafting the right policies and regulations tailored for a green economy. Our blueprint, PCDS 2030, has outlined numerous opportunities centered around sustainable growth. Investors, environmentalists, and financial institutions are therefore invited to collaborate in transforming Sarawak's green economic landscape. The shift towards a sustainable economy in Sarawak will undoubtedly demand profound investment and innovative financing solutions, where ESG is a criteria. We are open to partnership focusing on the greener supply and value chains across all sectors. Rest assured, our policies are fortified to uphold integrity, transparency, and good governance, all aligned impeccably with ESG principles and the larger goal of sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, before I wrap up, my gratitude to KSI for this platform. I urge all delegates to wholeheartedly support both Malaysian and Sarawak's endeavors in molding a sustainable economic future. To conclude, I wish everyone a fruitful summit. Initiatives like this are paramount in spearheading Malaysia's sustainable journey. Together, ladies and gentlemen, let's envision and enact a greener, prosperous future for our nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Amat Berhormat Premier, for the insightful remarks. On behalf of the organizers, we thank you and are appreciative of your contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, this event wouldn't have been possible without the support of our 3 strategic partners. And to express our appreciation, we would like to invite Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak to present a presentation of mementos to them, starting with number 1, Sawit Kinabalu Group, which will be represented by none other than Mr. Victor Ationg, Managing Director of Sawit Kinabalu Group. Thank you, Sawit Kinabalu Group. Number 2, Jaya Tiasa Holdings Berhad, representing RH Group of Companies, none other than its CEO, Yang Bahagia, Datuk Jin Ki Mo. And the third, Samling Group, which will be represented by their Assistant General Manager, Planning and Development, Mr. Sen Tek Fen. Let's give it up for Samling Group. Let's give our strategic partners another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to thank our strategic partners once again for their strong and continuous support. Let's give them another round of applause as they make their way from the stage. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and delighted to announce the presentation of the World Sustainability Leadership Excellence Award. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please. We have a few categories, and the first category is the World Green Leadership Excellence Award. Let's give it up to Dato' Surveyor Chua Soon Ping, ladies and gentlemen. Dato' Chua Soon Ping is the Managing Director of Arema Jaya Sembilan Berhad, also a President of Sabah Real Estate Housing Developer Association, Shareda, and he was also a Sabah tennis player and holds key roles in associations like FIAPC. Next, we have Mr. Ng Kian Boon, Chief Executive Officer of MTS Fibromed Sedan Berhad. Let's give it up for Mr. Ng Kian Boon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ng Kian Boon pioneers in green tech using local biomass and is a staunch sustainability advocate and a judge for the 2023 Asia Pacific Sustainability Awards. His accolades include APEA 2010 and SOBA 2015 with various roles in various organizations. Congratulations, Mr. Ng Kian Boon. And now, let's give it up for Mr. Albert Khoo, Managing Director of Excel Malaysia, Sendirian Berhad. Mr. Albert Khoo is renowned for projects like the 900 plus bed facility near Curtin University in Australia. His Perth properties boast a 7-star rating, underscoring his eco-conscious vision for Malaysia. Congratulations, Mr. Albert Khoo. Up next would be the World Sustainability Icon Leadership Lifetime Achievement Award, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is Encik Shahrul Nizam Shamsuddin, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of UEM Agenta Berhad. Encik Shahrul Nizam was a Petronas Scholar with dual degrees and IMD Business School qualification. Formerly with Touch and Go, he now leads UEM Agenta with digital healthcare vision and champions to the CEO Action Network. Next, we have none other than Dato' Wan Razli Abdullah bin Wan Ali, who is the President and CEO of Affin Bank Berhad. Dato' Wan Razli took helm as President of CEO in 2020, bringing 24 years of banking experience from Malaysia and Indonesia. His career milestones include PricewaterhouseCoopers, CIMB, and is an alumnus of the University of Manchester, affiliated with ICAEW as well. Up next, we have Tan Sri Dato' Dr. Abdul Rahim Abdul Rahman, who is the Chairman of Rahim & Co. International, Sendirian Berhad. He is a distinguished real estate professional educated in London. He founded Rahim & Co. in 1976 and has grown into a major consultancy with 23 offices nationwide. He's recognized for his expertise and been awarded numerous honors, including the Malaysian Property Icon Leadership Award in 2023. Congratulations, Tan Sri. Up next would be the World Green Outstanding Sustainable Business Award, a corporate award. And this award goes to none other than A Steel Group Berhad, which is represented by Dato' Sri Victor He Lu Tian, who is the Managing Director. A Steel Group, originally YKGI Holdings Berhad, is a leading Sarawak-based steel and building materials company. Guided by its core pillars, it has celebrated its 25th year and is recognized for excellence, holding awards at the APEA 2021. Up next, the Pertama Ferro Alloy Sendirian Berhad, which is represented by Mr. Tan Zi Yung, who is the Assistant Deputy General Manager. Located in Samalaju Industrial Park, Bintulu, Pertama Ferro Alloys is Malaysia's premier product of manganese alloy products for the global steel industry. Up next, we have another category, the World Green Leadership Excellence Awards, Corporate Award. This goes to Sawit Kinabalu Group, which is represented by Mr. Victor Ationg, who is the Acting Group Managing Director. Sawit Kinabalu Group is one of Sabah's largest palm oil producers and has consistently excelled in its operations. For the Outstanding World ESG Impact Award, Corporate Award, it goes to Samling Group of Companies, represented by Mr. Sen Tek Fen, Assistant General Manager. Samling Timber is a major integrated timber company in Malaysia, emphasizing on sustainable forest management. They support Sarawak's economic plans and foster sustainable property. Up next, UEM Agenta Berhad, represented by Encik Shahrul Nizam Shamsuddin, Managing Director and CEO. The company operates in countries like Malaysia, Singapore and the UAE. And now, we have the UCSI Group, represented by Ms. Vinder Kaur Sandhu, Pro Vice Chancellor of the UCSI University Kuching campus. UCSI Group champions the UN SDG goals and has awarded over 400 million ringgit in university scholarships. They operate 2 UN recognized sustainability centers in Malaysia, and this hotel, the UCSI Hotel Kuching, is recognized as a Green Building Index certified. Thank you. Up next, the World Sustainability Leadership Award goes to Zikon Berhad, represented by Datuk Haji Zainal Abidin bin Haji Ahmad, who is the Group Managing Director. Zikon Berhad was founded in 1985 and listed on Bursa Malaysia, has executed projects worth RM 4.5 billion across many sectors. They emphasize on sustainability and 4 sustainable development goals, including health, clean energy, innovation, and sustainable communities. Congratulations to Zikon Berhad and Datuk Haji Zainal. Up next, we have QMIS TBS Capital Group Corporation, USA, which is represented by Datuk Sri Ting Tek Sheng, who is the director. QMIS TBS Capital Group Corporation is pursuing a Nasdaq listing and has a diverse portfolio, and they also pioneer smart green energy. Congratulations to QMIS TBS Capital and Datuk Sri Ting Tek Sheng. Up next, we have QMIS Richwood Black Tech Sdn Bhd, represented by Datuk Sri Eric Lee, who is the director. And now, QMIS Richwood Black Tech specializes in electronic payments for advanced fintech services. Congratulations QMIS Richwood Black Tech and Datuk Sri Eric. Up next, we have none other than the Malaysian Healthcare Sdn Bhd, represented by the Managing Director Datuk William Chow. Malaysian Healthcare Sdn Bhd, or Maycare, was founded in 1991. It's a top medical equipment supplier with hospital design builders in Malaysia. They serve diverse clients from government hospitals, and clinics. Congratulations to Malaysia Healthcare Sdn Bhd. Up next, we have the Nexus Corp Group Sdn Bhd, which is represented by Tuan Ismuni Johari, the director. Nexus Corp Group Sdn Bhd has diversified from electronic security systems to telecommunications, IT, and renewable energy. Congratulations to Nexus Corp Group Sdn Bhd and Tuan Ismuni Johari, the director. Up next, we have Press Metal Bintulu Sdn Bhd, represented by Mr. Ivan Gan Chi Seng, the head of Group Sustainability. Founded in 1986, Press Metal is ASEAN's largest integrated aluminum producer, spanning both upstream to downstream sectors. Congratulations to Press Metal Bintulu and Mr. Ivan Gan Chi Seng. Up next, the World Sustainability Leadership Lifetime Achievement Award goes to none other than Mr. Peter Chai Mui Seng, the Executive Director of DPI Holdings Berhad. Peter Chai Mui Seng, who is the founder of DPI Group, began his career as a coffee shop cleaner and rose to lead a global aerosol products company. Under his guidance, DPI expanded internationally and went public in 2019. Congratulations DPI and congratulations Mr. Peter Chai Mui Seng. Yep. And now, up next, Professor Major Datuk Dr. Chin Yu Sin, Justice of Peace, who is the Executive Chairman of Yu Sin Holdings Sdn Bhd. Professor Major Datuk Dr. Chin Yu Seng, Justice of Peace, is the Group Chairman of BioPlus Life Corporation and the President of GFAS Holdings and Shark Rim Sdn Bhd, a renowned academician with 12 degrees. Congratulations, Datuk Dr. Chin Yu Sin. Up next, the World Sustainability Vegetarian Tourism Leadership Award. This goes to none other than Manga Travel and Tour Sdn Bhd, represented by Dato Anita Huang, the founder. Manga Travel and Tour Sdn Bhd is a travel and tour agency based in Malaysia. Congratulations Manga Travel and Tour and congratulations Dato Anita Huang. final award, the World Business Icon Leadership Lifetime Achievement Award, goes to none other than Dato' Wira Cheryl Tan, who is the co-founder of Supermax Corporation Berhad. Dato' Wira Cheryl Tan has significantly influenced the medical gloves industry. Under her guidance, Supermac has emerged as a global leader, exporting to 165 nations. Besides her business pursuits, her philanthropic efforts shown during the Malaysian COVID-19 crisis was impeccable. Congratulations, Dato' Wira Cheryl Tan. And congratulations to all award recipients. Let's give them a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude the opening ceremony, it would not be complete if we didn't present a memento of appreciation to the Premier of Sarawak. Therefore, I would like to call upon our KSI Chairman, Tan Sri Majid Khan, to present this memento to Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak. Thank you. Let's give them another warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, I would like to invite Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak and the VIPs to take their leaves. Thank you. And let's give it up one last time for Yang Amat Berhormat, the Premier of Sarawak, ladies and gentlemen, as well as our VIPs. Thank you once again to the Yang Amat Berhormat Premier of Sarawak for gracing us with your presence at the 2023 World Green and Sustainability Summit. Your insights were much appreciated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall commence with our fourth and final session of the 2023 World Green and Sustainability Summit, entitled The Changing Regulatory and Policy Landscape for Sustainable Finance. We have an interesting lineup of speakers for this event, comprising of Mr. Roy Hyong, Head of Strategic